Hello and welcome, viewers. This is Roger K. Sama from the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly channel. And in this segment, we speak to different political parties in an attempt to try to get to know them better. Joining us today and to put into perspective and give an insight about his party is spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. M. Kharkharang. He is a former IPS officer and he retired as a top police official from the Meghalaya Police. He is also an aspirant candidate from the North Shillong constituency. And thank you, sir, for joining us today. This is one question that many political parties don't, really talk about: is the political ideology of the party. So, what is the political ideology of the BJP?
Uh, First of all, I'd like to thank Meghalaya Legislative Assembly channel for having invited me in this interview. And I will take this opportunity of highlighting various aspects of the party. First of all, let's be very clear. BJP as a party is for the development of the country and nothing else. And in the process, there are a lot of things that BJP has been doing. And when you look at the various states that BJP has been in power, especially in the central government, when you look at each and every action taken by the party, it is all about development of the country. Take an example like in Make in India and various schemes that I have brought out for the startups and all. Everything is all about developing the country. So there is no specific ideology, but specifically it is for developing the nation as a whole.
So, in many states, with Christian population, there has been concern, especially when it comes to BJP. So, what are your thoughts on that, sir?
Yes, that is a concern. In fact, here in our state also, I remember our union minister, Mr. John Barla had come. We had a meeting with the various denominations and Christian denominations and all, and they have aired a lot of their grievances and their concerns. And I remember that time he had assured them also that he will be taking a delegation to Delhi to meet with our leaders over there in Delhi so that he can express. And one thing I remember him saying is that we Christians should be a part of the BJP so that we can voice our concern. And the more we enter into the party, definitely the party will listen to us if we speak. And these allegations, I really cannot say how far they are true, whether they are, because the thing is, I remember last time an incident has happened which did not happen in the BJP ruled states, but it is being indicated as if it's being attributed towards the BJP party. So and these are the things that has happened in the past also. Now, why suddenly everything is being attributed to the party? That I feel to understand. Because in every community, in every religion, there are fringe elements. Be it any community, including our community also, there are fringe elements. And if some incident has happened, you cannot attribute that incident to the party as a whole. Like I said earlier, you don't have anything to point out against the BJP, whether it comes corruption, development, all these things not. So the minute you find that you have an opportunity to some incident happened to Christians not, then this is the issue that you take up. All political parties take this as an opportunity. Now we can hit the party because we can't hit them anywhere. So we hit them because this incident has happened. See, so the thing is, it is a concern. It is a concern, and in fact, I've had a number of meetings with various church leaders and all, and I've been telling them also that when we have entered the party, we have joined the party, we will definitely take up the issue.
So, with the elections just around the corner, elections knocking at the door, what do you think the prospects of BJP will be in the upcoming elections?
Frankly speaking, we have about 15 seats where we are very confident of winning, and though we'll be contesting in almost all the constituencies, but frankly speaking, we are very confident in 15 seats, and if we really give some more thrust, perhaps some more seats will come in.
So also, if you can, tell us, because the BJP hasn't released the list of the candidates, so we don't know about the candidates. If you can just tell us what kind of candidates, will you be feeling in the upcoming election?
Of course, the sitting MLAs are already there, and there will be bureaucrats. Bureaucrats will be there, and a couple of bureaucrats will be there, including myself if I'm given a party ticket. And we're also looking at teachers, and we are looking at different backgrounds. But I think so. There are less of business people from the party.
So also, if many people say that elections are won through the various issues that the party raises in the manifesto.
Yeah.
The party has yet to release its
Yes,
manifesto.
yes.
So if you can just give us a brief outline as to what you will be
Yeah.
going to the voters with
Yeah.
in the upcoming manifesto,
Yes.
in your manifesto rather.
You see, the thing is, of course, the party is yet to release the manifesto. They are yet to finalize the manifesto. But I'm very confident, I'm very sure of one thing. They will definitely include in the manifesto regarding the education, which we are at the lowest. They will definitely include employment, and they will definitely include healthcare, and they will definitely include security aspects. And when it comes to security aspects, I'm very sure they are going to include a portion of it, issues which with regard to the drug problem that we are facing our state. And when you look at the past couple of weeks, we have been going in a vigorous campaign against drugs. So that will be also part of the manifesto, I'm very sure of it.
As a state, sir, we're still a young state
Yeah.
who has just celebrated, we are just 50 years, 51st, statehood day we recently celebrated. So as a party, what is the vision of your party for the state, sir?
First of all, I'd say 51 years is not short. We are not really young. I mean, a lot of things could have been done in the last 51 years. Successive governments, I feel, have miserably failed the state. And we can have a team number of examples where states or countries who have developed from being nothing, being one of the biggest economies in the world in 50 years. So 50 years is not a very short time, it's a very long time. And but sad to say that in the last 50 years we have achieved nothing. In fact, in all aspects, in all indices, we have been going down. What I look at the state is that if the BJP comes to power, I'll just give you one example. Employment. Now, government jobs are saturated. Now, how do these thousands of graduates, postgraduates, where do you get employment? If this is the scenario in our state right now. Now, how do you tackle the problem? I've seen some other parties, they have promised to give 1,000 each to unemployed youths now. I was thinking to myself, my goodness, what is this? Are you paying people for doing nothing? Rather than bring out policies on how to absorb these young boys and girls. If the BJP comes into power, that is what we are going to do. We are going to bring in investment into the state. And this investment will create the required job opportunities for our youths. We have seen what BJP has proven themselves in all other states. And the same, and with the same thrust and with the same agenda that they have been doing in the other states, that also will be implemented here in our state. Because unless we bring in investment, unless we help our young boys and girls to how to be startups, where do we create this kind of employment? So the thrust of the party will definitely be in development, and also when we are talking about development in all fronts, infrastructure, investments. When it comes to education, we have to definitely, it's an urgent need to revamp our education system here. Our education system is not something which can give employment to our youths. I'm sorry to say that. And you see the kind of schools that we have in the rural areas, it's pathetic. And union government, the government from central government has been sponsoring toilets for the schools in the villages and all. And they have taken for granted that the condition of the school is good, so we will help them with the toilets. But the sad part is that The toilets now, after the toilets are completed, the students would prefer to have their school inside the toilet rather than have it inside the schoolroom. That is the condition of the schools. Now, if a state does not take care of education, if the state does not take care of its health, where do we land up? So these are the main issues that state will take up. And I'm telling you, if BJP leads a government in 2023, 2028 will be an absolute majority for the BJP government. That will be our vision for the next 5 years. Because why I'm saying that is because if people see the kind of development that we can bring to the state, they will definitely, in 2028, they will say that it's better that we give absolute majority to the BJP party.
So my next question is a bit similar to what you just touched upon, but we just want to know the BJP has been making inroads in the state, and with two of your MLAs, what is the roadmap for the party? How do you see yourselves in the upcoming 5 to 10 years?
That's what I'll repeat the same thing that I said just now. This time, of course, let me be very honest with you. We are not expecting to have an absolute majority. We are looking at about 15 seats. If we probably put some more thrust, we'll get some more seats, additional seats. But once we have that number, we will definitely lead the government. And subsequently, the kind of development that we are going to bring, I see BJP leading the government, not leading, but having an absolute majority in 2028. I'm very positive on that.
So, when it comes to election, political rivalry is something that has been seen in the, everywhere in the nation, everywhere in the world, rather. So, in the upcoming elections, who do you think is your biggest competitor?
See, the thing is, I will not be able to identify a particular political party. See, the thing is, one political party may be very strong, one constituency, it may be very weak, another constituency. So to generalize the whole thing, of course, we will be looking at the NPP, UDP, TMC. These are the parties that need to be taken care of, and of course, we will not. The thing is, we will not say that the other political parties are not something to be reckoned with. We will definitely take a serious note of all the political parties.
So going to elections, most of the and almost all of the political parties have decided to go solo without any alliance as such. But post elections, things might change.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any post poll alliance in mind?
Right now, there's no post poll alliance. But subsequently, after the elections, if there is such an alliance, then we will make sure that we have the common minimum program in place. That was what we had failed to do in 2018. This time we definitely will have to have a common minimum program, which is acceptable to all the political parties, and around this common minimum program we will work.
So, many people are saying that money and politics will, play a very crucial role in this election. So what are your thoughts on that, sir?
I wouldn't deny the fact. And but the thing is, it's very, very difficult to say. And only time will tell how much money can work, and if money can really make parties or candidates win, then I really dread that where do we take the state forward? Because you see, any candidate, if he wins through money, then we have seen in the past. I will not name any particular people, a person or what, but we have seen in the past what has happened. Any candidate who has won merely because he has spent money, the outcome is for everyone to see. And if that is the result of 2023, then I'm sorry to say that we're headed for a very bad future.
So going into elections, we see different categories of the political parties, be it national, regional, or a new party. So who do you think has an edge going into this election?
People will definitely go for a national party. That you see, now a lot because of social media, people are more educated and all. And see, they understand. People understand that we have seen what happened earlier when the Congress was in power in the center. the state had a similar government. And now also with our Prime Minister's motto of double engine, where you have same government in the center and the same government in the state, because people know that that's the most convenient way of developing the state. So we did definitely go for a national party.
My final question to you, sir, is anti-incumbency has been a trend in the state. So, especially for the ruling dispensation. So, what are your thoughts on that?
There will be an anti-incumbency against the party which is leading the government.
So, that is your answer?
For the party that is leading this government, that means against the NPP, there will be an anti-incumbency. And that there's no denying the fact. Be it in Garo Hills, be it here also, there will be an anti-incumbency. That is why new party like TMC, these new parties are making a fray, because they know there's a lot of anti-incumbency. If there's no anti-incumbency, I mean, these parties would not have a thought to come to Meghalaya in the first place. But why did they come? It's because they know there'll be a lot of anti-incumbency. And you will see you'll be quite surprised with the results when, after the second, the kind of results will come out.
So, thank you so much, sir, for talking to us today. And we really hope all our viewers have had a good insight as to what the BJP is all about.